Hey everyone, it's Tara here. I'm here watching the sunset here in Costa Rica. If you guys are popping on, go ahead and share. It's been a while since I've done a Facebook Live. It seems like ages. Been traveling so much. Go ahead and share like where you guys watching from. Wanted to see you. I'm gonna show you guys this awesome sun. I see Desiree. Okay, you guys gotta check this out. So, just so tranquil. If I can like, can I make it go in? I thought I could make it smaller. Then I have my kids. Actually, the view from my room has been, I think we need to cut down the plants over here. My kids are on the trampoline right now, but it's so magical. I want to talk about anchoring in heaven on earth. And I'm so grateful because you just really can see it here. How spectacular everything is. The Amy on, I want to sit down. So I'll continue to share with you. It just gets more and more magical. I love it. And I'll share with you guys, one of the mantras that we have in our family is life gets better and better each day. And I do that because there was a time when, if maybe you guys are watching and you can relate to this, when you feel like something really good happens and you have the feeling like the other shoe's gonna drop. You have the feeling like, actually my program was, it can't get any better than this. So we want to shift that because our thoughts create our reality. And I hope you can see, I love to share with you guys this scene. Oh my gosh, these clouds are just so magnificent because they really remind me that everything that you're experiencing, even like you guys are watching me right now, it's a hologram. It's a projection of what's going on internally. So check this out. This is like just stunning. You can see we're about 1.5 miles from the ocean. I'm just like, the clouds are just so magical. And of course, it's even better in person. And so when we remember that this is a hologram, yeah, Amy, it's so beautiful. I'm so happy to be home. I was in the US for about 11 days, and so I'm feeling for you guys because I felt good, but I wasn't at the same vibration. Like, it's so easy to stay, it's so much easier to stay in a higher vibration here because the jungle, we get so much more oxygen. We're just surrounded by plants and by nature. So we're feeling really connected, and there's just so much going on in the US, and I know there's also nature there too. But it's just, yeah. Anchoring in, I want to talk about anchoring in heaven on earth. And one of the things that I notice when we understand that I create my own reality, when we understand and we have the option to awaken in the dream, to understand that this is your dream, and that everything that you're experiencing right now is a result of what's coming up internally. What are your beliefs that you have? Like I was sharing with you guys at the beginning of this, if I believe that it can't get any better than this, then that's what I'll expect. I just had a client share with me, she just like met a love and like things are going really well, and just, had some amazing turnaround in her company, and she didn't want to share it because she was feeling like, oh, if the other ball dropped, she didn't want to ruin it. And we're like, oh, we got to banish that because that's a program. And if you have that feeling, then that's what you'll create. So anchoring in heaven on earth. I want to see, like I see Tori and Sunshine's on. Go ahead and share below. I don't want to just sit here pontificating. This is about us. This is about us anchoring in heaven on earth. And I wanted to share with you all a little slice of our heaven on earth and just feeling, hey, Sunshine, feeling this. Sometimes, nature will assist us in that. Right? Isn't that heaven on earth? It's just so majestic. I can never. You'll see me. I'll share this view, and I had someone email me like, hey, can't you show a different scene? I'm like, hey, this is where I live, and you know what? Every day is different, and I will never get bored of this. I can see the sun peeking through right now. So we have an opportunity to collectively anchor in heaven on earth. And so I invite you to ask yourself, like, what is that for you? What is your version of heaven? What is your version of you living your dream? And often we think about manifesting, and it's like, I make this amount of money and this car and this house and all of that stuff, and that may be part of your vision, but it's so much. I invite you to expand that. Like, what's the next version of that? It's so much more than just these like material stuff. It really starts with inner freedom, and that's so much of the work I do, is that it's releasing the blocks and shifting the subconscious programming so that you can anchor in heaven on earth. And I have here, oh my gosh, you guys have to I could just be silent and just sit with you all and just share this with you. So amazing. We have an opportunity, as Jenny says, living my life with freedom. Yes. And I'm here to declare that every one of you that are watching this right now, or that are watching this replay, that you are absolutely deserving of living a life in freedom, of living a life that is aligned with your heart's desire, that you're absolutely worthy and deserving of accessing that. And it comes first within. And it's a dance. So sometimes when we look at, manifesting, and like there's so many different aspects. It's an art and a science to how do we create our reality. This has been my purpose and my obsession is to teach and to share this with you. Ben, lots of love to you. Ben wrote he's on, just shared with me a photo in my dream when I had, many of you guys, I fell off a 10-foot ledge, and it was all so perfect. It was part of my journey in my dream. It got me grounded. I got super present and connected in my body. And it was a beautiful gift. And I had been on this journey. Some of you guys watching, I've been on this journey this past month, and I literally feel like everything from doing this detox, I did a 9-day PIPA cleanse by myself. I went on a journey not knowing where I was going, how long I would be leaving the family, and really what for. There was no agenda. And that was also part of the journey. I was just listening to my higher self. And it was a little frustrating. My little self was like, you know, I like to have an objective, a strategy, you know, let's move through, tell my kids when I'm going to get back. And it was like, nope. And I met some of my friends and mentors, and every one of them have special codes and special gifts. And it was part of this journey of stepping through a portal. And I'm sharing this with you because it was part of my journey in mastering conscious reality creation. We have the power to consciously create every aspect of our reality. And most of us, and some of you that are watching right now, are settling. And there's no judgment about that if you're happy and you're feeling good about it. I'm holding a frequency and sharing, if you're watching this right now, of what is possible. What's that next level of expansion? Because once we manifest our dreams and our house and our relationship and the health that we want, what's the next level? It's about us collectively anchoring in heaven on earth. So this is the game that I'm playing. I know Ben's watching right now. This is the game that Ben Rohde and Jen Rohde are playing. That's a game that many of us are playing because we have a responsibility, I believe. It's a responsibility and a stewardship to learn how to master conscious reality creation, because this is how we shift the planet. Now, some of you are balking at creating wealth. Some of you are balking or holding back and getting in distraction and self-sabotage and getting in your own way. And I get it because I've done it too. And what's on the other side of that when we say enough? What's on the other side of that when we own up and get radically honest and stop messing around and take on this power that we have? It's our divine birthright. So it's not about just, there's so much in, when we think of people talk about law of attraction and manifesting our dream, and it's this sort of superficial, flashy stuff. And I'm talking about something much deeper. It's like we're like little toddlers. And if you can't even figure out how to manifest the relationship, if you can't even figure out how to manifest health that's aligned with your heart desire, and I don't say that from a place of judgment, because sometimes, just as I had this fall and I was experiencing pain, that was something I chose. I walked through that because that was my journey of stepping into my higher self. And Ben says, yes, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I have a message. I am inviting all of us, every one of you that are watching, to tune in. If you're feeling triggered, if you're feeling something that's just burning in your heart, that's something that's possible for you, there's a reason that you're watching this right now. And it's beautiful. I mean, we are living on heaven on earth. It is magical. And I'm not saying it's perfect every single moment, because we also have our moments where I need to let go of different aspects of my ego. That's why these events and things and triggers and interactions with family, things show up, because we get invited to let go of aspects of our ego so that we can embody our higher self. So, okay, so I've been on a little soapbox, but it's really not the words. It's this transmission of what is possible for every one of us, because you are so loved. And what we're moving is from the I to the we, every one of us. And it's really exciting. It's really exciting. And so I wanted to share with you guys about this topic of anchoring heaven on earth. How do we do that? It's through mastering creating our reality. How do you consciously create every aspect of your reality? And it's something that I've been obsessed with learning about, or I've made mistakes about. I've been on this journey, like learning what works, what doesn't work. One of my gifts is, it started as a scholar, is studying patterns. Is looking at and seeing, like, what are the patterns of those that are consciously creating a reality. That's one of the things, like, if Ben's watching right now, because he's a master ninja at conscious reality creation. And so there's a pattern. It's not just for some of us, because each of us, you are a divine being. Every one of us has this. It's in our DNA. And so, first of all, I wanted to share with you this transmission and share with you, like, why this is so important to me. I thought several years ago when we came out to Costa Rica, we were living in the East Coast. AJ was in this corporate executive job. We were kind of corporate gypsies for moving on for the next role. And I thought, gosh, this wasn't really aligned with my dream, living in the suburbs. And so we moved here. I set this intention, like, where in the world will we thrive as a family? Just asking a powerful question. And the universe catapulted us here. In less than a year and a half, we were living here. living in this home with our children on 2.5 acres overlooking the ocean. And I thought, like, this is cool. This is cool. We're living our dream. I thought that's why we were here. And it's like, no. The universe had a bigger plan. I'm gonna say bigger, that's still like ego. It had another plan. It wasn't just about just for me and my family. We came here because the vibration here is so strong. There's so much healing energy, because when I was in the US, I would do energy work just to stay afloat, like every day, and then I would go and do my service, work my life purpose. And so I live in a place now where our environment sets us up for success. There's so much energy here, and I'm sharing this with you. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna have to share with you. I am ecstatic right now. Check out the sun. Just keeps on getting better and better and better. And of course, it's not as much in here. You guys have to come to Costa Rica and share it with us. Just so amazing. So we came here, and more was revealed. Jenna Lee says I vote. You know, Costa Rica, it's a magnet. It's a magnet. There's something very special about the energy here. There's no military here in Costa Rica. The people, I just have such a generous spirit. The locals here, and there's so much biodiversity. The jungle, like everything, like it's leaving the matrix. And so coming here to Costa Rica was for us, leaving the matrix. And then it was part of my journey of awakening. Like every step in this journey of awakening, pulling off the layers. What is awakening? Pulling off the layers of the ego, pulling off, getting rid of the triggers and the limiting beliefs so that we connect to higher self. This is key for us to learn how to consciously create our reality. So on this journey, when I came here, and then I was shown a bigger vision of really why I'm here. Oh, there's my dogs. I got Faye and Zelda over here. And so in this journey, I felt inspired in the past few months is to write a book to share with you the conscious reality creation method. And so in this book, I'm so excited. It's here. It's here. It's here to share with you. I lay out really how I reverse engineered, like how do you take your vision and birth it into physical reality? There's I see so many people that are in the spiritual realm that get connecting to higher self and meditation and all of that, and yet look at the results. Look at the results in your life, not from a place of judgment, not from a place of criticism, but just from a place of curiosity. Because what I'm sharing with you is what is possible if you decide and you choose it, and it's aligned. And it's aligned with your heart. I'm not saying we're creating our vision from ego or for validation or for acceptance or because the world says this is supposed to be a good dream. I'm talking about on a soul level. What is your vision for your life? And are you birthing that into physical reality? So I have broken down the steps on how to take that dream and bring it into the physical. And one of the things that I noticed as an energy healer, that what I saw is I started to learn how to shift energy, how to get in alignment so that you're creating from a place of ease and flow when you are aligned. I spoke to one of my clients today, and she was sharing, and this wasn't true for her a year ago, that she just feels the ease and flow of attracting clients and bringing in money, and she's created in the past 6-7 months more than what she made last year from that place of ease and flow, and being a good mom and deeper connection with her spouse and working with clients that she adores, and like it's just that flow and that momentum. And that's what's possible when we are aligned. So the thing is as I looked at a lot of other energy healers, and they weren't getting the same results. And I saw this, there's almost like this block or this mind virus about, like, I can't be spiritual and wealthy, or I can't share my gifts and create abundance. And so what I found is that by getting aligned with your vision and releasing those limiting beliefs and observing, like, what are those patterns, this is the secret to taking your vision and bringing it into the physical. So I'm talking a bit of more. If you're watching this and you want this book, just type down below yes, and I'll share with you the link. I'm super excited because the thing is that my clients know I share with them how to master conscious reality creation, and I see amazing results in their lives. I see that in our group programs when people come to our retreats, and that's awesome. It's awesome. But I'm like, okay, but my vision is to really, like, how can I empower 1 million light leaders? How can we empower 1 million light leaders, and then they get to, then you in turn get to share this with your tribe. You get to share this with your family, with your love. I mean, this is how we create a ripple effect. And so I lay out this map, and the thing is that it gives you the clarity if you're not getting the results, and not from a place of judgment. I have to say that, not from a place of judgment, just with the curiosity, because this is your divine journey. You get to choose this path, and even if it sucks right now, there's power in embracing it and in loving exactly where you are. So a few weeks ago, some of you guys saw that I had this massive fall, and I was in pain. And there were a couple of days, like, I was depressed because I wasn't surfing. I'm like limping, and just really noticing the difference between, having all this energy and not. And I chose that. And the minute I was able to embrace it and get curious and not judge it and love myself exactly where I am. So I think that's one of the mind viruses that I see, because you can look outward and you're like, oh, she's got this, or you've got a husband supporting you, or this and that, and I'm not like that. Like, that's actually a mind virus, and that's limiting you. What I'm inviting you to is to love exactly where you are right now. Love it, embrace it, even as you set the intention of what you want to create, and get into that sort of ticklish feeling in your heart, and gratitude for where you're at, and the possibility of what you can create. Some of you guys know, oh my gosh, I gotta just share this again. This is like, now it's getting pink. See, it keeps on getting better and better. Oh, we are just so blessed. All of us were so blessed. The thing is that everything you're seeing it's a hologram, and you have the power to shift it. I had a poverty consciousness. I had low self-esteem. I had major addiction to substances. 20 years struggling with an eating disorder. I came to my marriage with tons of baggage, like literally tons of emotion. You can ask my husband, tons of emotional baggage, triggers all the time, fear of intimacy, like I was set up. I was wired to screw it up. And I'm sharing that with you because if I can shift it, you absolutely can too. I started to follow, like, oh my gosh, you mean you're not just like, I used to think you're either born with genius, you're either born with gifts, you're either born with money, or you're not. And I grew up, there was a time my mom was on welfare. And there was financial struggle, chaos, like all of that. Those are the patterns. That was my normal. You absolutely can shift it. And so I share with you this conscious reality creation method, it's my baby, what I'm here to share with the world. Because I desire to teach and to share this with all of you to be empowered to consciously create your reality so that collectively we can anchor heaven on earth. Oh, my baby. They just went on a trampoline, so she's a little upset right now. So if you're feeling the call, you want to have this book, just share below yes, and I'll send you the link. I'm so excited to finally get this out to the world. And what this book will share with you is that you're able to see if things aren't feeling aligned, to see what isn't aligned. You can look at this and study it and be like, okay, are there triggers right now that are showing up that I'm being invited to release? Am I really accessing divine support? Am I really surrendering? Because we create our reality, but we also invoke one of the 12 laws of affluence, which is what I've downloaded, is the law of surrender. And so when we surrender our will to divine will, when we truly surrender, and sometimes we get lessons because we're attached. We say we're not attached, but we're attached. So yes, Priscilla, I'll share with you right after this training. So that's what I have to share with you. We absolutely have the power to anchor in heaven on earth and to be kind with ourselves. Just remember, when we were toddlers, we didn't get all upset because, well, maybe we cried a little bit when we fell. We're trying to learn how to walk. We're trying to learn how to, when you're a baby, you're trying to learn how to pick up to take from your mind, sending a message, looking at your hand and picking up a spoon and putting it into your mouth, right? And so it's the same thing. We're learning how to master. We're learning how to remember our power to consciously create our reality. And we chose this. We chose it because it's kind of fun to forget, to have amnesia, come into this world in these bodies, to deal with a bunch of crap, and to be with these other humans, and to have these different actors in our cosmic play, and then to walk through it, and then to remember. I'm like, oh my gosh, I remember. I'm a divine being. I'm a divine goddess, a divine god, and yes, I have the power. Isn't that fun? It's friggin' amazing. It's friggin' amazing how joyous it is. So that's what I have to share with you. Share below, post below, yes, 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 and I'll share with the link right after this call. And together, we are anchoring in heaven on earth. Sending you guys so much love. Reminding you that you are a powerful creator, that you are so supported, that you have so much divine support around you right now, just for the asking. It's all right here for you, and it's as simple as flipping a switch. It really is that simple when we remember. So, yes, it's another day in paradise. So remember, you absolutely can live your dream now. And if you post below, yes, I'll share with you the link. Bye.